Okay. All right. So in the beginning, I always need like a minute or two to tune in, and then I start talking. Okay. I start with opening up the energy field. Bring in light. Then I expand the energy field. So expanding the energy field helps to hold more light in the system, and also more awareness comes with that as well. So I'm expanding. So in that light that comes in is pure information. It's higher information. And it's coming into every cell of our body and transforming our system on a cellular level. So I'm still expanding. And the energy field can always be more expanded. So this is basically never ending. Then I fill up the expanded space with light. Then I clear surface energies. So surface energies are just energies if we've been exposed to over the past 1 or 2 days. And also emotions that are floating around the top of our system. So I'm clearing them because they create the noise. And we just want to have more silence and quiet down the system so that we can relax more. And also more light can enter the system then when there's less going on the surface level. So I'm clearing it. And then I also clear thoughts out of the mind. So if there are still thoughts going on for you, we just clear the energies out of the mind so that less thoughts are playing out. And the thoughts I'm clearing are what I call the random thoughts. So we have the personal thoughts and the random thoughts. And the random thoughts are basically just the stories, that just go on and on and on, and about what you have to do tomorrow and later on, and what you did before, and all of that. So just random stuff, basically. So just stories. Because right now you are here and we're doing this meditation. So there's nothing else to do. So I'm clearing the thoughts. And I open up the energy field more. So always when I open up the energy field more light can enter the system. Bring in more light. So that today there is a lot of light present already. So a lot of very bright light. It comes in through the crown chakra and third eye chakra into your body and also into your energy field. And it's also, you are surrounded by it as well. So it's basically everywhere. So very beautiful. And I just clear blockages out of the third eye chakra so that more light can enter through the third eye. And maybe you can feel right away that the area of the crown, the third eye chakra is expanding and more light is flowing in. And then I open up and expand the central energy channel. So this is where life energy flows through the system. Life energy flows from the root to the crown chakra, falls back down in all directions and flows up again and so on. So it never stops. It's all about the amount of light that's flowing and the possibility of the light flowing through smoothly, because if there are blockages, not so much life energy can flow, or it can also get stuck. And this is why we open up the system so that more life energy can flow. And this has a lot of benefits. First of all, you have a lot more energy available for your everyday life experience. It's fascinating. If there's less energy flowing, there's just a lot less energy available. And you can experience that by going through your day, and you actually physically also feel, okay, I actually don't have a lot of energy available. And this is happening because there is not so much energy flowing in the system. So it's very simple. And then the mechanism that we can experience a past and a future is breaking down as well. So that's happening right now as well, so that we can live more in the present moment. Then eventually just living in the present moment, it's not even a possibility to, tap in past and future, even though we think about something in the future and we think about it, something in the past, it always happens from the present moment. So that's the difference. There's no experience of past and future. So this is happening at the moment as well. And then also when we have an experience, so for example, so we have an experience on the outside, it triggers up certain emotions in our system. We've lived through that experience with the emotion, senses, thoughts, so everything that we need to live through an experience. And then when it's done, when the experience is over, all the energies are fully leaving the system. So this is a very amazing benefit of having the system working in a more optimal way, because we have everything in the present moment, all the emotions, everything. So everything is there, and we can live through it just more intensely, and we can feel life more. We are more present. And then when it's done, it's done. It can leave, and that's it. Next experience comes in. So it's just unfolding of experiences. And from my perspective, this is one of the most important functions of the system, to have an open system where life energy just flows. And the more it flows, the better. So I also open up the crown chakra more so that more light can enter the system. And third eye chakra. And heart chakra. And then I accelerate the life energy. And help it to flow more. So it flows from the root to the crown chakra, again falls back down in all directions and flows up again, and so on. And then life is also experienced more just a unfolding, just a flow, unfolding of experiences, and just as a flow. More effortless, definitely. More joyful. Simpler. So it's funny, the simpler things are, the more joyful they are. It's actually the opposite of what the ego thinks. So that's interesting. Okay, and I help it to flow more. And the light is working specifically now in the third eye chakra, and I can really see third eye chakra, and also in the chakras are just the energy points in our system, but they are also very large, so they're larger than the body. And the light right now is not just working like targeted in the center where the brain is, but like the whole third eye chakra is being exposed to light right now. The work is that the light is working on the whole chakra, like the energy body of the chakra as well, the larger one. And what it's doing right now is interesting. It's pulling the mind level into a higher vibration, meaning because the thoughts, so the energy of thoughts are also on that same level, it's raising the vibration of our thoughts, because thoughts are mostly or very often negative, targeted towards something negative or negative predictions. This is just functioning of the human body. It comes from the survival mode, protecting us, protecting our system. So this is why it's always, we think about the worst outcome or what can happen, and all of these thoughts. So often we have low vibrational thoughts, and the energy is now specifically working on the mind level to raise the vibration there, to be able to have high vibrational thoughts, and also to realize, to bring the awareness in when you have low vibrational thoughts, that you realize, oh my God, I'm having low vibrational thoughts, and you can redirect. So that's happening right now. And also it's helping to remove like the unnecessary thoughts. Let's say it like that. The stories. And there is a function on the mind level that creates these stories. So there's a function, otherwise they wouldn't be there. And yes, they fall away over time anyways. So when we do more of this work and when we're on the path of awakening, they fall away over time. So this is when people are talking about, I have a quiet mind, or there are no thoughts, there's just nothing there. This function starts breaking down and is then eventually gone. And I will help breaking down this function right now. And what is happening at the same time, the identification with the thought sits in the heart level or on the heart chakra. Um, so when thoughts are happening that I identify with them, and this identification mechanism is also being um, removed right now or thinned out, basically. By thinned out, I mean it just gets less energy. So the energy gets withdrawn from that function. Because things only exist if there's energy there. If we withdraw the energy fully, it can't exist. You know, it's not there. And maybe you can feel that there is a lot of light present in the mind level, in the third eye chakra, but also specifically now because we're removing those that function of the mind that creates the stories. And every time we remove something, more high vibrational divine light can come in. So there's a lot of high vibrational divine light on that level right now, also working on your system. I mean, if you're very sensitive, you maybe can feel that there is a lot more energy flow on the mind level now. So the energy passes through. Before, this mechanism was kind of holding down the energies that created the thoughts, and now there is just more flow, and this is what we want. So that basically the energy doesn't get stuck on the mind level anymore, but it just flows through. And this is why then people eventually don't really have thoughts anymore. First of all, because that mechanism is gone, and also because the energy just passes through, so they don't get stuck on the mind level. There is no reason to have like these random thoughts. We don't need them. And now it's fascinating to see because the identification of the heart level that usually jumps up into the mind. So when we take them personal, or we identify with them, it just passes through now as well because the mind level is open. So it jumps up, but it just jumps into the nothingness, leaves the system. So meaning if you don't have thoughts, there is also no identification. This is what we experience, and this is just the function of the system, how this works, the explanation of it. And the other way around, when we have that function of the heart, so the I thought dissolved, we don't identify even though there are thoughts. And the energy is just breaking down both of these mechanisms. And then I clear energies out of the heart chakra. Um, Basically, just blockages around that are in the way of upgrading the system. So, this is all an upgrade of our body mind system. And by upgrading the system, life experience is changing. This is just how it is. So it has always to do with our system, how our system functions, what kind of energies are there. This is what we're experiencing in our lives. And I'm removing blockages out of the heart chakra. Oh, first resistance, second chakra. This comes up very strongly. Resistance towards the upgrade, towards upgrading. And this is probably not, the resistance is not there on a conscious level. It's just also there, like many other energies. So the resistance of upgrading, the resistance of change, the resistance of allowing something new to come in. So there is a lot of resistance. We want to have the openness towards life energy, towards life. So I clear the resistance towards life, basically allowing your system to experience whatever life is bringing up for you. And I clear the resistance towards that. Then a few energies out of the heart chakra. So energy of I feel betrayed. So that's just a identification. So heart chakra is always identification. So this is just the energy that pops up. I feel betrayed. And I see past life influences around that. So betrayal, that's the word I want to use. Betrayal. There are past life influences I see. So there were many past lives where we felt betrayal. And I'm just gonna heal the energy influence of these past lives. Maybe you can feel the difference. There is always such a difference in the amount of energy flow when past lives are cleared and the energy influences. So specifically also the past lives where the energy got stuck or the energy is still influencing both. I was betrayed. Okay, and I see specifically those ones that are the past lives that are coming up that I'm seeing for sharing is around God. So when people were already on the spiritual path, just different, in past lives, just in different ways, mostly around like religion, in that concept, specific religion, and there was often betrayal happening. Towards the innocent who were just on the spiritual path from the people who were working in the name of God or Divine Mother or some other, like all sorts of different gods. So I'm healing these past life influences. Yeah. And there's a lot of pain around this in the heart chakra. So also from past life influences, I'm just clearing it. I just clear the pain because this is now often in the way of surrendering to divine light, surrendering to the divine or to life itself. And maybe you can feel the massive energy flow in the system now. Like there's so much energy flowing, there's so much energy present. Because past life influences, when they get cleared, they mostly like, they show themselves as very big blockages. So when they're gone, there's so much light there. And there's a relief in the system not to have to be exposed to these energies anymore, these influences. And then also the past lives where you were the ones that betrayed. Yeah. So you were doing it. So you were practicing that towards others. That's what I mean. So I hate these influences. This clearing is even more profound. Wow. And I just cut off and clear influences. So all around, whichever that is for you, around um, God, Divine Mother, Universe, higher higher beings, so godlike beings, life itself, which it is in the end. That's what it is underlaying. And that I just see those energy influences are holding us back. They're just like far from the past, from past lives, but they're just holding back from basically being neutral, in that area, totally neutral, totally surrendered, totally neutral. So basically now we have a fresh start in that area. The influences are gone. I clear them out of the system, so the remains. So open up the energy field more. Just want to go into deeper layers. Or the light wants to enter deeper layers. I bring it in. Okay, there is just more past lives to be cleared, especially again around religion, when religion was used as a tool to basically hold people in place, hold people small, and separating them even more from their true nature. Okay, so I heal and clear those past lives. And then also where in the name of religion, so of course it has to do with the people who used the name of a religion or God or somebody else, some God, specific ones, and did things in the name of them. So they just decided that's the right thing to do. And there is a lot of negativity around it, especially fear. So fear around when people use religion or the name of some god to create fear and destroy, like cities or villages and stuff like that. So I just see this coming up right now. So I'm healing and clearing. Again, also very big one. There's so much light coming in now, so much light, because it was such a big influence. I mean, the clearing is happening for us here in the group, but this is also like a collective clearing and healing happening at the same time. We just want to neutralize and start fresh. You know, we just want to start fresh. And now the energy that's coming in just says, I am grace. So grace is coming in specifically for us so that we can connect with grace. So specifically that word, what it means and what it carries. So grace is coming in. And the energy of grace, what is it exactly doing? It's basically a hand reaching down, if you want to visualize, from above, from the higher realms, and wants you to take the hand, and so that you can just know you are pulled towards that. You just need to take the hand. You just need to invite the grace in and just allow it to happen, basically. And the energy of grace, it's a very beautiful, it feels really beautiful, authentic, loving. And a lot more. It's pure light. It's in its purest form. And basically, this grace is also helping to shatter what's still in the system around, so the beliefs and stuck energies and all of that around religion, what we carry, what we grew up with, maybe, what we learned from our parents, from society. So it's just scattering that because it wants to neutralize. So that you can use whatever you prefer. So you can use a religion, you can use a specific God, you can use the universe, you can use the transmission of the highest truth. It really depends on what you prefer. Connect to that from a neutral place. So it's not just, also what I see, it's not just the energy that you carried in your system, but also like the collective energy that is getting cleared now, so that we can again connect to all those energies from a neutral place. From a more high vibrational place as well, to have a more high vibrational connection and experience of that. So basically, the understanding is just being neutralized, and also the vibration around it is being raised as well at the same time. And maybe you feel how much clearing these past life influences or these energies in general, how much the light changes that's in your system and the amount of light that's present, because it's such a sticky and heavy topic for many people or for society. So, and let's just sit with this light for the next 10 minutes. And it's still working on your system, and just enjoy it because it feels really, really beautiful. Okay, we are finished. Oh wow, there was so much light present. But it's still so amazing. Thank you everybody for joining.